got that again. Welcome, Minneapolis high school fans, to Hoisington, Kansas, March 6, 2014. We're here for SubState semifinal action round at this beautiful facility in Hoisington that we see every year in the Winter Jam. Except we're back this year for SubState action, Class 3A, as the Lions get ready to take on the Thomas More Prep Marion Monarchs. This is a rematch of SubState quarterfinals last year, where the Minneapolis Lions won by 6, I believe, out at the pit in Hays. Scott Ausherman, Dale Henderson, and Dale Leech here to bring you the game. Welcome, guys.
Thank you, Dale. It's good to be here on the air, and we are back here at, this is a beautiful facility you just mentioned. I love to be out here. I think that probably gives us a little advantage also, having played already on this floor 3 times. It's a bigger gym. It does take some adjustment when shooting the basketball, mentally, not necessarily from a physical standpoint of just shooting the basketball, but it does get in your head mentally that, there's a lot of space in between the basket and the wall.
The other thing I noticed here too that is really different and probably is as much a factor as distance is actually lighting. Different gymnasiums have different light qualities in them, and it's very bright in here, which oftentimes gives you a little bit different perspective. But what a facility!
Yeah, beautiful facility here as the Minneapolis Lions and the TMP Monarchs getting ready to take battle here tonight. Looking at Dale. This is going to be a pretty good challenge tonight. Both teams, Minneapolis is the 2 seed, and they've got the better record. But Hays TMP, I believe, is the 3 seed. Is that right?
That's correct.
3 seed, and they're looking at some of their wins and losses. It's going to be anytime you get to this level, every game's a challenge. It's win or go home, and it's going to be one of those games tonight.
The Monarchs are 12-9. The Lions are 15-6. To get here tonight in quarterfinals, TMP beat Norton Community, who had a 6-12 record going, 8-12 record going into that game by a score of 58-37. Of course, Minneapolis took care of the host school, Hoisington High School, 75-44 at home. The TMP, like I say, we beat them in the quarterfinals last year at their place in the pit by 6. They've had some interesting games this year. They started off in a tournament where they played Garden City, Colby, DeSoto, and Hays. That was the girls played Hays, but Garden City, Colby, and DeSoto, and they went 2 wins and 1 loss against those 3 opponents, all bigger schools. They've lost twice to Larned, which is a 4A school, number 8 in 4A. They lost by 2 points the last time they played them, and by 17 the first time they played them. They lost to Holcomb, the number 7 team in 3A, by a score of 60-43. And they beat Goodland out at the Hillsborough Winter Tournament by a score of 54-48. They beat Hoisington one time, I think. Let me read my notes.
Played twice. They played Hoisington twice. They played Larned twice, and Ellenwood twice.
Yeah, of course we beat Hoisington too. Fairly comparable scores. Scoring-wise, they give up 43 points, score 49 on an average. We give up 48, but score 58. So we're scoring a higher clip than they are, giving up a few more points on defense on an average than they do. I anticipate this to be a very challenging game for the Lions. They got a 6'4" kid and a 6'3" kid that are seniors to start for them. It wasn't a slouch game out at Hays last year either when we played them in the semifinals or the quarterfinals. So, of course, that was on their home court. This is the 7th game overall between the 2 squads. Only 2 of those have been regular season games. All the rest have been in sub-state or state tournament. TMP leads the series 4-2 on neutral courts. It's even at 1-1. And like I say, last year Minneapolis won on their home floor by a score of to 41. The games that I'll remember for a long time is at Beloit in 2004. We ended up beating a very good TMP squad 86 to 64, and then they turned around the next year and beat us 63 to 57 in the state finals. So year to year, things can change around per squads, for sure.
You know, watching them warm up, their starters out there, they were hitting some threes, putting some threes down. So.
Their coach, I did read, has won his 400th game this year. I've not been able to read if that was all at TMP or that's the totals for all the schools he's been at, but he's got a few notches under his belt.
Doesn't look that old, unless he's not the one standing. So
he is the gentleman that's sitting. On the our right here there with the cowboy boots.
That would make more sense.
Mm-hmm. With the bald spot on the top of the head.
So about a minute away from tonight's matchup, and
Hurdle Joe Hurdle is his name.
Tell you, I'm going to get confused on which Dale I'm talking to tonight. so as the Minneapolis Lions getting ready to do battle against the Hays TMP Monarchs, and anytime you get to this level, every game's of course important. Minneapolis is the home team because they are the 2 seed. As we get ready to do battle tonight. Dale, some of the keys that you expect to see, I'll give you mine, but what do you need to see tonight?
Well, just watching them warm up, like you said, they've hit a few threes, but I guess what I noticed right off is, height-wise, they're not necessarily a whole lot taller than we are, but they do fill their uniforms out just a little bit better than we do, so I think, we're obviously going to have to probably go to work on the boards, and, I would like to think that maybe we can get maybe a little bit more of an up-tempo game going like we have been here lately, and if we can get our guys out and running, well, I think we'll do fine.
Yeah, the thing that I like to see that we saw on Monday night was the pressure transition, really putting some pressure on them. And I would like to see us do that again, see how well they handle that, if they can break it.
Yep.
And that's going to set a lot of tempo for it as well,
yep.
Be able to hit our outside shots.
Because I'm sure, based on, like I said, looking at them and the schedule they've played, they're used to playing a very physical style of basketball. So I think we're definitely going to have to get out and run with them.
Hopefully we can outrun them.
Yeah, we don't know. That's one thing we don't know, how deep to go into their bench.
I just remember the game last year was a very hotly contested game. I thought our guys played very well out there, and it was a battle down to the wire.
Absolutely. We're going to pause for a national anthem. Nice job with the national anthem. I don't know who the young lady was, but she did a nice job with that. As we are just getting ready to get underway here, we'll have the starting lineups in just a second. As I said earlier, Minneapolis in their home white, the TMP in They're traveling blue. Starting lineups for the Monarchs. Number 4, a 6-foot junior, Cameron Schmidt for Minneapolis. Number 2, and I want to get your size as well, 6'1" junior, Josh Macy for TMP. Number 11 is a junior, 6'2", Max McGaffin for Minneapolis. Number 14, 6'1", junior is Gage Mortimer for Minneapolis, or for TMP. Number 13, Peyton Hoffman, a 6-foot sophomore for Minneapolis. Number 23, a 6-foot senior, Brandon Davis for the Monarchs. Number 24, a 6'3" senior, Ryan Mayorga for Minneapolis. A 6'1" senior, Alex Yoxel. And for the Monarchs, number 44, Jordan Gottschalk, a senior, 6'1", and for Minneapolis, a junior, number 33, 6'3", John Kelly. Thank you, Coach. Couldn't find that page. I have them memorized, just didn't know their sizes. So. You know, it's interesting looking at their size. They've got a couple kids that are a little bit. They do start at 6'3", but they've got a 6'4". I'm assuming that will come off the bench.
No,
so.
44 is 6'4", isn't he?
No, 44 is. They list him at 6'1".
Oh, really?
So,
well.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
They always look taller from up here.
All right. I guess we'll accept that.
So we get ready to go here. Tip is up, and it will go into the hands of the Monarchs to start it out here as they will set this up. Minneapolis will start out in the zone. They will move the ball to the right-hand side. I'll get you names as we go here. Hoffman with the ball for the Monarchs. They get it down low to Gottschalk in the paint, and he's going to walk. Ooh, we get a push instead on Minneapolis. And that will be the first foul, and that I believe is on Mortimer. That will be his first foul, first team foul. The Monarchs to inbounds. They will get it in. Shot up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kelly. Kelly gets it out to Mortimer as Kelly hits the ground. Pulls it back up, gets it out to Josh Macy on the left side. Back to Kelly at the top of the key. He moves it back to Brandon Davis. Davis will moving around from right to left. They get it down low, tipped and picked up by Hays, and a jump ball's called. Minneapolis will keep it with possession as had a little mispass there to start out.
Yeah, a little shaky on that entry pass that time. We were lucky to get the tie up to maintain possession.
Macy at the top of the key, rolls to the left-hand side. Hays in a zone, in a man, and a tip ball steal as it comes back the other direction. Off the glass and good by number 11, Max McGaffin. So little long, lanky arm, 6'2", gets a hand out in that passing lane. We should do okay in a man as right now they have really given us some fits.
Yeah, our ball handling on the first two possessions have been pretty good. There's a great move by Alex Yoxel.
As he finishes in the paint, tied up at 2. Minneapolis picks up a press. They get it over on the outside to Schmidt. Schmidt will move it, and he's caught up there. They get it across to Gottschalk. He'll take the shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Yoxel, back out to Macy. Minneapolis will bring it down the court. Tied up at 2 here. Alex Yoxel at the top of the key with the ball. They move it over here to Mortimer. Mortimer looks to the low block, has nothing, pulls it out, gets it to Josh Macy. Josh back to Kelly. Kelly in the paint, shot up and good. Nice job just at the edge of the paint, and he puts it in 4-2. Interesting that they start out in a man, Coach. Just on how teams have done against us with the zone.
Yep.
Would have thought that they would have had some film on us that they would have saw that. Goes on the outside. McGaffin drives the paint, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it off the glass, and that one's good as he's got 4 points. Little head fake and goes to the left-hand side and misses it, but then puts it back in. Minneapolis back the other direction, tied up at 4. Brandon Davis gets it down low to Alex Yoxel, and Alex has it tied up, and it's still on the floor. And And we finally get the tie up right there, and it will be possession back to TMP.
Back to your statement about the man versus zone. Some teams just absolutely refuse to play zone. That's like an evil word, but maybe they're strictly a man-to-man team.
Well, so far their man's done okay.
Yeah, they've been in the passing lane, and I would really hate to say this, I guess, but at this point, it looks like we're playing a little bit tentative. I don't see that real aggressive. Let's attack this like we oftentimes see out of our guys.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit haven't got the quote-unquote legs underneath them yet.
Should we say sub-state nerves?
There you go.
5:31 to go in the first quarter. It's tied at 4. Hays and TMP has the ball.
Gavin Rothenberger checks in for the Lions as Minneapolis will settle back into a zone. They will not pick up the press. .5:28 left to go in the first quarter, tied up at 4. Back on the outside is Hoffman. Hoffman pulls it out, gets it over on the corner to Gottschalk. Oh, nice pass down low, misses it, rebounded by the Monarchs, and they miss it and rebounded by Rothenberger. So they missed 2 at point blank. Comes back out the other direction. Macy with the ball all the way in and off the glass, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Kelly. And John comes up a little bit gimpy. Oh, man, that's not a good sign. John will come out as couldn't see what happened for sure.
He might have hit his knee on the floor there and he went down. He's walking it off.
As checking in is Eric Yoxel. Minneapolis picks back up the man on the press. Try to force it here. They get it over to Hoffman. Hoffman with the ball. They trap him at the top. They get it across, and they break the press. Ball at the top, the key into the hands of Schmidt. Schmidt gets it over to Hoffman, miss, and rebound should be over the back, but they not. Instead, it's off of the Monarchs Minneapolis basketball. I'll tell you, they've gotten Hays has gotten a little bit better down low of getting the in on the inside block.
They've done a really nice job of getting the ball inside on our zone. They're getting some really good looks, and then they're hitting the boards pretty hard.
Three-pointer by Brandon Davis off the mark, rebounded on the outside by McGaffin. McGaffin gets it out to Schmidt. Schmidt kicks it back to McGaffin. Back over to on the outside to Hoffman. Hoffman moves the ball around back to the top to Schmidt as they work the ball right to left. They will pick up the dribble back to the top of the key. They get into Gottschalk, and it's partially tipped away. Nice defense by the Lions as they force the turnover back to Brandon Davis. Brandon on the outside back to Gage Mortimer. Gage will bring it back out to set it up over to Eric Yoxel. Eric on the right-hand side as he'll drive in back to Josh Macy for 3, and it's no good. Should be off of TMP Minneapolis basketball. That didn't even draw.
That was
nothing.
The old proverbial air ball.
Brandon Davis checks out as David Johns checks in. Also checking in for the Monarchs, it looks like number 21, and that is Bitstam. And I'll get you the other one here in a minute. And Minneapolis turns the ball over. They also check in, I believe, number 33, Cameron Fouts, a 6'1" junior. So a sophomore and a junior check in for the Monarchs.
Traveling is the call.
4-4 here early in the first quarter. They get it across the timeline. As they move it out, 3-point shot by Hoffman off the mark, rebounded by Mortimer as Gage brings it down to David Johns. David on the outside. He'll take the open 3. Nails it. Nice job, David Johns, as he hits the open 3. They left him out there, and he drained it. Nice shot.
Yeah, great, good look. Very patient with that shot. Defense just left him and got his feet underneath him and put the ball in the hole.
Ball in the hands of McGaffin. McGaffin picked up by Johns at the top of the key. Minneapolis still in the zone. As they drive in, there should be a walk, and it is. Turns the ball over. Minneapolis basketball. Checking back in is Brandon Davis as he checks in for Josh Macy. John Kelly still working that knee or whatever it is. as Minneapolis is without the presence of Kelly at this point. David Johns with the ball. Drives in, kicks out to Brandon Davis. Brandon drives in the paint. Nice job, nice job. They didn't call that.
What a move.
Nice job by Brandon Davis off the glass. Little hop step there, puts it in.
5-point lead, 9-4 for the Lions.
TMP picks it up. They're going to have to hustle here. Where's the 10? Thank you very. Oh, the coach bails them out with the timeout. And they will call the timeout to save them on that. And it's a 30-second timeout. Minneapolis has the lead 9-4 here in the first quarter. 2:38. We'll go ahead and keep it here. A little bit of a mix. I like what they're doing. They're Minneapolis getting a little press in. They're backing off a little bit, dropping back into a zone. They go back to a press. It's kind of messed with their heads a little bit.
Yeah, I think, well, two things I've noticed. First of all, the press, has just kind of slowed them down. They haven't really turned the ball over yet with it, but it has slowed them down, made them be very cautious. And we haven't done it a lot, but we have switched our zone up. We've been basically playing a 2-3, but we have thrown in a 1-3-1 a couple times just to give them a little bit different look. So, just kind of keeping them a little bit off guard.
Lane Nichols checks in as well as John Kelly. As the Monarchs now are back into a zone, they leave the open three, they take it, and they get the shooter's roll to fall. 9-7. Ball on the outside to Alex Yoxel, back over to Brandon Davis. Davis looks down low to Kelly. They get it down to Kelly. Kelly shot in the paint off the mark and misses, and he comes up a little gimpy. And they turn the ball back over, back the other direction.
Yeah, he's limping still.
Lane drives it down, gets it down low to Kelly. And there's going to be a tie-up. Nice job by Lane Nichols. John just a little gimpy.
I think he actually got bumped to get on that shot that maybe aggravated whatever it was that it was actually bothering him. Because I thought going down the floor he looked pretty good, but after that shot he came up a little bit gimpy again, but he's hanging in there.
Another sophomore checks in for the Monarchs, Tim Flax. Minneapolis to inbound to get it into Macy. On the floor is Johns, Kelly, Yoxel, Davis, and Macy for the Lions. Nice job, Alex Yoxel. Great baseline drive and off the glass, puts it in. I like that move right there. He did a great job going baseline. Minneapolis picks up, tries to trap him again. They do get across the timeline. Ball in the hands of Fouts. Fouts gets it off the glass, no good, rebounded. And that's going to be a foul.
On Kelly.
They call it on John Kelly.
His second. Got to get in some bench time.
Eric Yoxel will check in. Second foul on Big John. They will get the ball in. And it's going to be tipped. David Johns hustling right to it. And there's an over and back. Nice job. Minneapolis will have the ball after the turnover. Great hustle by David Johns right there, Coach, as he did a great job of hustling it. I don't know that it would have been over and back had he not touched it.
Had he not hustled and made him actually throw the ball back, he threw the ball back to the kid who was actually in the front court that then went back court, or it would not have been a backcourt violation. That's
kind of I thought. David Johns with the ball at the top, gets over to Macy. A minute 6, 11-7 Lions with the lead here in the first quarter. Macy, gets it to Eric Yoxel, got a little nervous on that pass, back to Brandon Davis, down low to Macy. Macy gets it, and there's a blocking foul. First team foul called on TMP, and it'll be Minneapolis basketball. First foul on the Monarchs. And it will be first foul there, and it's on number 13, Peyton Hoffman. Brandon Davis gets it in and picked up by Macy. 53 seconds, Macy back over in the corner to Brandon Davis. Open three, it's off the mark. And tipped and rebounded, caught by Gavin Rothenberger, and he misses point blank, and it'll be back the other direction.
Quite a tip by Yoxel there to get it to him.
Did some checks back in for the Monarchs. Back on the outside, they get it down low to Gottschalk. Gottschalk in the low block. Shot off the glass, no good, rebounded. That should be an over the back call, and it is A foul on the Monarchs, number 33, Cameron Fouts.
One thing I am seeing that I kind of remember from last year is they did a nice job of getting the ball inside, but their big guys right now, and what I remember from last year, are having a hard time finishing the deal. They've missed a lot of really point-blank shots.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. Minneapolis with the basketball. 17 seconds. They work it around. They get it to Brandon Davis on the outside. Brandon has had a couple open looks, has not been able to put it in. Macy with the ball. 8 seconds, 7 seconds as they move the ball around. Back to Mortimer, back to Macy with 3 seconds. They get it down low to Yoxel in the paint. Shot up off the glass, and it's good. Nice job. Eric Yoxel works it nicely and puts it off the front of the rim, back to the rim, backs it in. Nice job. Minneapolis has the lead at the end of the first quarter, 13-7. We will take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to SalonandPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20, your voice to the Minneapolis Lions.
Choose your beautiful new countertop, granite or quartz, from the large selection of slabs of granite and quartz in stock in the Creative Surfaces showroom. Your new countertop is cut from the actual slab of granite and quartz you select. Creative Surfaces is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions.
See the guys at AutoTech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions. Visit Straub International today.
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas. Hays, Kansas. Hoisington, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions taking on the TMP Monarchs from Hays. As Hays will have the ball to start the second quarter. Minneapolis up 13-7 here. As we get underway into the ball game for the first time is Ryan Reuter for the Monarchs. And they move the ball around as they get it on the outside to Schmidt. Schmidt with the ball back to Reuter. I have a feeling the 5'8" Reuter can shoot the free. There's a walk in the lane, no call, and they get the bucket as Cameron Fouts gets a little nice move on the inside paint, gets the bucket. Down low it goes to Alex Yoxel. Alex in the paint, gets it back out to Brandon Davis for open three, nails it. Nice job, Brandon Davis. Keep shooting, buddy, as he does hit from the left-hand side. 16-9. Minneapolis picks up a press, and they trap him there, and almost by Gavin Rothenberger. They will pull back, but then there's a walk, and that will be Minneapolis basketball after the turnover. Don't know what John Kelly's still nursing that. He's over in the hallway over there walking it off, trying to walk it off.
He might as well. He's not going to play anymore.
I was going to say, he might as well rest it because we won't see him till the second half.
Just try to keep it loose at this point.
Macy with the ball as he moves it from right to left, back to top of the key. Finally gets the official counting it off, pulls it down, gets it back over to Brandon Davis. Davis will drive. Oh.
He ran into a wall, charged.
So charge is called on Brandon Davis, fourth team foul, Brandon's first foul. Minneapolis will pick up the press again. Another one of those missed opportunities. We force a turnover and unfortunately give the ball right back to him without getting a shot off.
Yeah, Brandon would probably have been a bit wiser that time to just held that out.
A deep three off the mark, and it's out of bounds off of Minneapolis. As also checking in is Adam Scheibe for the Monarchs. So they go pretty deep as well. They've gone 10 into their bench. So open shot, they pass it up, they get it back out, shot up and no good, rebounded by Brandon Davis. Brandon has the ball on the right wing as he pulls it down. He's going to look for Macy coming in the corner, gets it over to Josh Macy. Macy in the drives off the glass and no good, but rebounded by Gavin Rothenberger. Gavin up and it can't fall, but he's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot two. Nice rebound by Gavin. We've talked about the 6'1" player playing like he's 6'4", and he did right there.
Right there, because the kid he just went over his 6'4" and went right up over him and got the rebound, and then went right back and went up over him again in the attempt to score.
Free throw is up and good by the sophomore Gavin Rothenberger.
17-9 Minneapolis. 6:19 to go in the second quarter.
Checking in for the Monarchs, McGaffin, as well as number 44, Gottschalk. On the floor for Minneapolis is Mortimer, Alex Yoxel, David Johns, Gavin Rothenberger, and Josh Macy. Second free throw is up, and it's good as he makes them both. Also now checking in for Gavin is Eric Yoxel. Minneapolis settles back into a zone 2-3 for fashion right here. 6:16 left to go here in the first half, 18-9. Monarchs on the outside, they get it down low. They pull it back out, get it in the hands of McGaffin. They swing pass back on the outside, three-point shot, and it's good as Mayorga, I believe, hits the three. Fits him, and Eric Yoxel gets the rebound after the miss by Mortimer and puts it in off the glass and good. Nice follow rebound by Yoxel. Minneapolis comes back to pick up the press. They swing it back all the way over to Mayorga. Mayorga with the ball as he gets it back to the top into the hands of Reuter. Reuter swing pass back over to the right to McGaffin. McGaffin back into Fouts as they move the ball around. They're at the free throw line. Back in the corner goes to Reuter, top of the key. They will move around here to Vitsum. I believe I was wrong. Vitsum's the one that hit the three earlier. There's a walk. Nice job by Minneapolis to force the turnover. That's just playing some defense right there, Coach.
We just are kind of getting in the passing lane, and I think they really want to get the ball inside, and we're kind of taking that away from them right now. And quite frankly, they really looked a little bit lost on that possession.
Macy with the ball, 20-12 with the early lead right here, 5:05. Macy swings it over to Eric Yoxel. Eric looks down low to his brother, has nothing, pulls it back out, gets it to David Johns. David back to Mortimer at the top, back over to Macy here on the right. Minneapolis moving the ball around. Eric Yoxel back to Mortimer. Back over to David Johns. Open three. No good. Rebounded by Vitsum. Vitsum will bring it down the other direction. That ball looked good when it left his hands. That'll be off of David Johns. It'll be Hays basketball.
That was pretty spot on. It easily could have gone.
Checking in is Brandon Davis as well as Gavin Rothenberger.
One thing I've noticed about the 2 threes they've made, none of them have been swishers. They've all bounced up and around.
They've had the
and
shooter's
they fall
roll.
through. They count.
Yeah, they all count the same, unfortunately. Ball in the hands of McGaffin as they move it around, get it over to Mayorga. Not gotten the flow because they've ran enough kids in. Have not gotten enough flow of who there's in their ball game as they move it around to Hoffman. Hoffman on the left-hand side. They back over to Mayorga. Shot up, and it's no good, but he gets the own rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Minneapolis. Looked like he crashed into us, I'd like to say. Call is on Gavin Rothenberger. His first, team's 5th foul. Shot is up on the free throw line is good by Cameron Fouts. Cameron Fouts listed as 6'1", but he's one of them that's a pretty good, solid, muscular player down there. Second free throw is up, and he makes them both. Minneapolis basketball. 20-14. Backward to David Johns. David comes all the way in, off the glass, and good. Nice job by David Johns to take it right to the basket. I'll tell you, I've seen some much improvement in David throughout the year. A lot more confidence.
Yeah, he has grown immensely as the season's progressed.
Shot is up and good by Hoffman. Eric Yoxel holds his ground. It comes back the other direction, and we turn the ball over. Minneapolis will get back in Josh Macy as he comes in for Gage Mortimer. So I said Gage just palmed the ball coming down. Little hop, I guess. TMP with the basketball. Schmidt with the ball as he crosses the timeline. And nearly stolen away by Yoxel. They get it back over to the top to McGaffin. McGaffin with the ball. 22-16, 3:36 left to go here in the quarter. They get it over to Fouts at the free throw line. Shot from just about beyond the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Eric Yoxel. Back out to Macy. Macy up to Brandon Davis. Brandon goes all the way in the left-hand side. Off the glass, no good. But Gavin Rothenberger with the big rebound. He can't get the ball. Brandon Davis comes away with it. Nice job on the boards by the Lions. Gavin with the ball down low, and he's going to be fouled. And that will be Minneapolis basketball. Only the 4th team foul. I'll tell you, I'm kind of impressed with TMP, how deep they've gone, and they're fairly solid in their depth.
Yeah,
they just get another player in, number
Yeah,
32, Shippers. Minneapolis will inbounds underneath their own basket. David Johns will pull the trigger. Get it over to Brandon Davis. Open three. Nails it. Nice job. Nice, pretty set shot. And he hits it. He was wide open, too, Coach.
They totally lost him on that, and he was wide open in a very nice spot.
Nice pass by the Monarchs as Scheibe hits the bucket as they break that press very nicely there, Coach.
Very nicely.
Brandon Davis with the ball, back to Alex Yoxel. Alex looks down at his brother, gets it back out to Brandon Davis. And he has his pocket picked, and back the other direction. And shot off the glass, no good, and there's going to be a foul on Minneapolis. It'll be a shooting. They're going to call it on the floor, so it'll be TMP basketball.
Shoup can't believe they weren't over the back on that. I can't either. Our 6th team foul. They have 4.
TMP will get it in and stolen away by Brandon Davis. Nice job by Brandon. He quickly gets it up to David Johns. Has it wide open, up and off the glass. He's fouled. Thank you very much. And that's a hard foul. David will go to the line to shoot 2. Great open look pass by Brandon Davis right here from three-quarter court.
We did a really nice job of getting the ball down the floor, and David did a nice job of going to the hole hard.
Johns at the line to shoot 2. Shot is up, and it's in and out. He'll have another one coming here. Checking in is Gage Mortimer as he checks in. 25-18, 2:27 left to go in the first half. Second one is up, and it's good as he makes that one. 26-18. Monarchs, great hustle by Gage Mortimer. Almost gets the steal on the inbounds. It'll be TMP basketball, but great presence of mind by Gage right there. Almost came away with a steal. Schmidt with the ball for the Monarchs. They cross the timeline. They get it across to Gottschalk. Gottschalk gets it back to the top to that's a travel in. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So back the other direction, they get the bucket. Gage Mortimer with the ball. Back to Eric Yoxel. Eric back to Macy. 2:03 left to go in the first half. Alex gets it down low to Eric. Eric in the paint, and he puts it up and good. Has a lot of pressure on him and does get it in as Scheibe had a hand in his face and he gets it in. They come back the other direction. There you go. Nice job, Eric Yoxel, as he takes the charge. Just a little bit of a forearm shiver.
Just a slight.
Just not much, but hey, we'll take it.
No acting on Eric's part there. Whatsoever. It was all.
Have to check and see if he's in. Of course, he's been in some musicals, so hey, he's got some talent there. So back the other direction.
The forearm was out.
Yeah, the forearm was out. Yes, it was. Josh Macy back to David Johns on the left-hand side. Johns back to Mortimer, back to Macy. Still in the man is the Monarchs as Macy pulls it back out. Timeout called by Coach Shoup. So Coach will call timeout. 1:25 left to go here in the first half. 28-20. We'll take a break. You're going to go ahead and keep it here. I'm sorry. Let me switch it back. I apologize. There you go.
Ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they are translated into one word: sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. A coach once wrote, "When we lose without excuses and when we acknowledge the better team, we place winning and losing in their proper perspective. That's when we find out we can be good sports." Sportsmanship is a goal to strive for at all times. In athletics, activities are daily lives. Remember to act in a proper manner the next time you attend a high school activity event.
Well, Coach, they've just played all their kids. Schumacher's now in for the Monarchs as well. The ball gets into Macy out for three, and it's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Gottschalk of the Monarchs.
That's kind of rare in this day and age to go 12 deep.
Yeah, it really is. Ball comes back on the outside, goes to Schmidt. Schmidt in the paint, shot up, and that's going to be a charge called on the Monarchs as Alex Yoxel takes it. Nice job by Minneapolis as the Yoxel brothers both getting a charge.
17 foul for the Monarchs. 6 on the Lions.
Foult's second personal foul. That was a player control, so it's not a 1-on-1. Back goes the other direction to Minneapolis as it gets to Alex Yoxel at the top of the key. Back over to Macy. Macy gets it into Alex in the paint. He's in trouble. Gets it to roll in. Nice job, Alex Yoxel. I don't know how he got that one off, Coach. Nice job by Alex.
And it went in even.
Comes back the other direction. Shot in the lane, up and good. Nice move by Gottschalk. He's a pretty solid player, 6'1". Rolls it in nicely there. 30-22, 29 seconds left. Coach says play it to the end. Macy pulls it back out, back to Yoxel. Eric Yoxel. And there's a foul right there. Thank you very much. On the arm called by number 11, or called on number 11, McGaffin. That's going to send Alex Yoxel to the free throw line. A 1-on-1. 16.2 seconds left. They had him trapped up there, but apparently had an arm on him.
Yeah, they were getting a little physical on that. I think the TMP folks would probably disagree whether that was a foul or not, but
that was by his body language. I would say I would agree with you there.
From here, I thought it was some very physical play, and I thought they'd even got away with a couple forearms, on our ball handlers before that.
Alex at the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Eric Yoxel. It's up and it's good. Hey, I had the Yoxel right.
We're 50-50.
One of them Yoxel boys.
Yeah. The one that's on the floor right now is Eric. Sorry, Eric. Second shot coming by the sophomore is up, and it is short. Rebounded by Gottschalk. They get it out quickly to Schmidt. Back the other direction. Schmidt, crossover dribble, takes the early shot. Oh, wow. Nice shot there, but they leave enough time with 8 seconds for Minneapolis to come back the other direction. 5 seconds. Macy, 31-14. David Johns, open three. Can't get it, and that'll be the half. 31-24. That was an open look. Just couldn't get it to fall. Minneapolis takes the lead at the half, 31-24. So we will, let's see, 7. So outscore them that quarter. Is that right? Outscored them by 1 in that quarter. We'll go ahead and take a break, and we'll get some stats. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20, your voice, the Minneapolis Lions. We'll be back after this word. Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas, as we're in the second round of SubState here. Minneapolis Lions and the TMP Monarchs. Minneapolis has the lead at the half, 31-24. And Coach, we've been able to outscore them both quarters, but the second quarter was a lot closer.
Yes, it was. We jumped out to that 6-point lead in the first quarter, and we were able to only expand that by 1 in that second period. What I like is that we basically have answered every bucket of theirs, and we've just kind of kept that nice little 7 or 8 point working margin.
They've been able to come out and they've hit some. They've gotten a couple of their threes to fall, but probably the biggest thing about Hays TMP right now, I'd say, was maybe the play of Jordan Gottschalk in the low block. He's had at least 4 points that I've seen, maybe more than that, doing a nice job in that low block. You kind of mentioned that that's something you remember them doing last year, getting the ball down low.
Yeah, they you can tell their focus is to get the ball inside first, and if that's not there, they have hit a couple of threes. As Dale said, they used all the rim to get them down, but I think their strength is to get the ball inside and to hit the boards, because they've also done a pretty nice job there.
They definitely had more success in that second quarter with the points in the paint than they did in the first.
Yes,
and plus they had some success with the 5 to 10 foot range.
Yeah.
So.
Scoring-wise for both squads, Coach.
Okay, first of all, for the Lions, leading scorer at halftime is Brandon Davis with 8. Eric Yoxel has 7. David Johns has 6. Alex Yoxel has 6. John Kelly in early foul trouble has 2. And Gavin Rothenberger has 2.
Macy hasn't scored.
Josh Macy has not scored.
I do not see.
Gage Mortimer has not scored. For TMP, they're led at halftime by Peyton Hoffman with 5. Cameron Fouts has 4, all in the paint. Jordan Gottschalk has 4, also all inside. Adam Scheibe has 2. Jared Vitstum has 3 to round out the scoring for TMP. Very few free throws were shot that half. Lions were 4 out of 6. TMP was 2 for 2. Rebounding battle is dead even at 10 apiece. Turnovers, TMP was 7 and Minneapolis with 5.
I don't know if this is precautionary yet at this point, but I do not see John Kelly on the floor for warm-ups.
Well, I happened to just glance across right as they left to go in, and I did see Dr. Yoxel down talking with one of the coaches. So I don't know what that conversation was about, but anyway, Dr. Yoxel has gotten involved, so it must be a little more serious than just a sprained ankle. And then we speak of him, and here comes John walking out.
With a bag of ice.
With a bag of ice.
Yeah, with a bag of ice. So, Minneapolis, I felt like did a pretty good job on the from the standpoint of forcing some nice turnovers. They were able to work pretty good on that. It looks like it is his knee as they're wrapping it around his knee. That's not a good sign. So, Minneapolis was able to force those turnovers and did really a pretty good job in the first, I should say, better job in the second quarter on rebounding. Now, it could be the fact that Hays TMP did a better job of shooting the ball in the second quarter as well. But they battled well down there on the boards.
Yeah. Well, really our press, has not created a lot of turnovers. It's just more of a nuisance. I think it's a way to, run some time off the clock. And that's one of those things of where, if you're always there, there's always that chance for a turnover. But it's not been a really hard press, just enough to kind of create tempo in the game. But like I said, the thing I've been impressed most with is just our ability to always answer. And, I think you got to give credit to the Yoxel brothers. They've done a nice job scoring inside. I'm going to give a plug here to Alex because he drove me nuts as a kid in junior high because he would never use the backboard. And he and I went round and round. And finally, his senior year here at SubState, I've seen him go to the bucket 3 times, and he's kissed it off glass 3 times and has 6 points to show for it. But they've done a nice job scoring inside against, their size. David and Brandon have both, had some good looks at threes. David's been just spot on 3 times and only has 1 to show for it, but his other 2 were just, they looked perfect all the way there and just were just a little bit off. But so I think we're getting a good balance there. Probably would be nice to get Mr. Mortimer and Mr. Macy on the board.
Yeah,
but at the same time, if we can keep answering like we are and keep the 7-point lead, we'll all go home happy.
They're really keeping Macy bottled up, and I'd like to see that change.
Yeah, they are. They are keeping them bottled up. But we've seen that happen in a couple other times.
Mortimer, but you're right. Same thing there.
So starting, Eric Yoxel will start in place of John Kelly here in the second half, looks like. I'm assuming TMP has the same kids out there. Macy with the ball as we get started here in the second half. Macy at the top is there once again in a man. They get it to Alex Yoxel at the top. Get it down low, and we turn the ball over on the first possession. Ball comes back the other direction into the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman back over to McGaffin. McGaffin back on the outside, back to Hoffman. Hoffman back over here to Schmidt as they move the ball around. They get it down low. Kicks it back on the outside. They will drive. And there's
blocking foul on Alex Johnson.
And that one, I would have said he was more set on that one than he was on the one that he took the charge on early in the first half. So first foul on Alex first team foul. Hays TMP gets it in and almost stolen away by Mortimer with the long arms. Kicks it back on out. 3-point shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by Eric Yoxel. Eric back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon comes back the other direction. Brandon backward to Macy. Macy will drive and has it blocked by Gottschalk. It comes back the other direction. And they miss it. Rebounded by Gage Mortimer, and then he's fouled. Nice job.
He was not fouled. He was mugged.
Yeah. Nice. First of all, nice defense right there, and I can't tell you who that was. I think it was Eric Yoxel that forced him to put up the errant layup, and Gage was right there to get the rebound. Nice job by the Lions.
Foul was on 44.
Gottschalk.
His first.
31-24, Minneapolis with the basketball. Gage will drive. Shot is up and cannot get the fall. Rebounded by the Monarchs. Gage had a good look there, couldn't get it in. Hays comes back the other direction. Shot in the lane, up, and it's good by Hoffman as he kind of takes the sideways shot but gets it to fall from just about the corner of the free throw line. Back the other direction. 31-26. Try to trap him. They get it back out to Brandon Davis, back out to Macy. Macy works the ball around, gets it to Alex Yoxel. They try to trap him down there. Shot is up, and nice job, Alex Yoxel, as he gets it to fall. He used every part of that rim, didn't he?
Yep, and the backboard.
No, he did not use
I
the
don't think
backboard.
so. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't
I thought it
remember
bounced
that.
off the backboard one.
So Gottschalk in the paint. Shot is up and off the glass. Go good. Rebounded by Macy as he comes back the other direction. Macy with the ball. Shot is up, and it's no good, but it's going to be off of Gottschalk and be Minneapolis basketball. Macy got a lot of contact on that. It'll stay with the Lions. Fouts checks in for the Monarchs as Mortimer will inbounds for the Lions. They will get it in the top to Macy. Macy with the ball. Back to Yoxel. Alex will drive, pulls it back in the paint, up, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. Nice job by Alex Yoxel, as I believe that's going to be on Hoffman. Hoffman kind of had an arm wrapped around him as he went through the lane. No. Wow. I don't know. Mayorga whistled with the foul. I don't know how that was.
Rothberger comes in for Alex Yoxel, and David Johns comes in for
Brandon Davis. David Johns on the outside. They get it back to Mortimer. Mortimer shot in the paint, up and good. Nice job by Gage Mortimer just inside the paint and the free throw line in the corner. Gets the bucket to fall, his first points of the night. Now you're going to have trouble with the film right there.
Yeah.
And
2 points for.
let's see, I think Schmidt puts that in for.
Number 4.
And they're going to be a travel the other direction. So we turn the ball over, 35-28. Monarchs will have the ball coming back the other direction. Minneapolis picks up a press here. And they will give it to Hoffman, as Hoffman will try to get it across, and he does get it across. They move the ball around, and there's going to be a foul, and that will send Mayorga to the line to shoot 2.
Eric Yoxel.
Eric's first personal
Kevin was
foul.
a little late on his attempted steal, and that really put us in trouble.
Mayorga's first free throw is up and good, as they are perfect from the line, I believe.
That they are.
Checking in is Alex Yoxel as he checks in for Gavin Rothenberger. 5:02 left to go in the third quarter, 35-29. Second shot coming here. Shot is up, and it's backward, no good. Rebounded by Eric Yoxel, back to Josh Macy. Macy back to Eric Yoxel. Eric back to Gage Mortimer. Back to David Johns, open 3, off the mark. And rebounded by Hoffman, back the other direction. And there's going to be a foul on David Johns, as didn't have enough room to get set out there. And he will pick up the foul. It'll be on the floor. TMP basketball, 4th team foul. second on David Johns. They get it in the top to Fouts. Fouts back to Hoffman. 3-point shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Macy. Macy will come down here on the left-hand side. Shot is off the glass and no good, but Eric Yoxel with the rebound. Gets it up, and it's good. Nice job, Eric Yoxel. Eric gets in and gets a big rebound and puts it off the glass and gets fouled, and he'll go to the line for the M1. That's a big rebound, Coach.
That was a big rebound. Thought maybe Josh almost forced that a little bit, but at least got it up there on the rim, and Eric did a really nice job of going after it and finished really strong.
Third foul on Fouts. Scheibe and Gottschalk check in for the Monarchs. Eric's and one is up, and it is good. 37-29, or 38-29. Lions with the 9-point lead. Gavin Rothenberger checks in for the Lions. Hoffman will bring it down for the Monarchs. 4:25 left to go here in the third quarter. Hoffman with the ball at the top of the key. Gets it inside, and that's going to be nearly picked up. Shot is up and good by McGaffin. They've got the shooter's roll. They really have.
They are getting a lot of shooter rolls.
They get it to David Johns. David in the corner in trouble, and he'll get has the ball tipped out of bounds by Gottschalk. Checking in is Vitstum for the Monarchs. Macy with the ball on the outside, still looking for his first points. They get it into Gavin in the paint. That's going to be a charge, yep. Gavin will pick up his second personal foul. Fourth, is that the fourth?
Yeah, fourth. Yeah.
14th foul. Okay.
3 on the Monarchs.
Back the other direction and into the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman will pull it out, gets it over to Vitstum. Vitstum back to Hoffman. Hoffman hop in the paint, and he travels with it. Maybe that's a makeup call for him.
The O's are raining in the Hoisington gym.
Travel called on the Monarchs. It will turn the ball back over to Minneapolis. 38-31. Lions up by 7. They've been up by as much as 9. Can't get over that hump. Back goes in the hands of Macy. Macy gets it back to Alex Yoxel. Alex back over to Brandon Davis. Brandon gets it down low, and there's going to be, and that's going to be a turnover. Nice job. Josh Macy comes up with it back to Gage Mortimer. And he gets fouled. And Brandon Davis open 3. Nails it. Nice job. I'll take the 3 instead.
Yes.
Make it the easy way instead of the old-fashioned way.
There's the 10-point lead,
41-31. Hoffman with the ball. Big transition right there. A lot of defense played, and we get there. The 3-point shot is no good, and rebounded by Gavin Rothenberger. Alex Yoxel tips the ball out. Back to Gavin, back to Brandon Davis. Brandon with the ball. They look down low. They get it to Gavin in the paint. Shot is up, and it's short and picked up by the Monarchs. Back the other direction, and Josh Macy is going to get whistled with the blocking foul. Didn't quite have his feet set, and that will be Monarch basketball. 15 foul. How many is that on Josh?
That would be Josh's first.
Eric Yoxel checks back in for Gavin. Coach is saying settle down a little bit in the paint. Slow down a little bit. Monarchs are inbounds. 41-31. Hoffman with the ball. Minneapolis in a 2-3. They get it over here to Schmidt. Schmidt picks it up, gets it back over to Gottschalk at the free throw line. And that's going to be turn the ball over. Nice job. Minneapolis gets it up to Brandon Davis. Brandon Davis off the glass and good. Nice job by Minneapolis. Quickly hits Brandon Davis. 12-point lead, 43-31.
That's 2 really nice break opportunities we've had in a row, and we've gotten Brandon 5 points out of those.
Full timeout called by the Monarchs.
Monarchs call the full timeout. 43-31. 2:18 left to go in the third. We'll take one with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20. We'll be back after this word.
The Minneapolis Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas. Second round of SubState here at the Activity Center here in Hoisington. TMP basketball. Minneapolis up by 12, 2:17 in the third. Schmidt with the ball, and they turn the ball over again. Nice defense by the Lions. Eric Yoxel comes away with it up to Josh Macy, back up to Gage Mortimer, into Alex Yoxel in the paint, back to Eric at the top of the free throw. He'll take the shot. It's short. Alex Yoxel with the big rebound, and he's fouled. Nice job by Alex Yoxel and Eric Yoxel battling. Alex comes up with the rebound, and he will go to the line to shoot two. Gottschalk whistled with the foul. First shot is up, and it is good. Nice job by senior Alex Yoxel as he gets the first one to fall. Second shot is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by the Monarchs. Back on the outside to McGaffin. McGaffin will bring it up for the Monarchs.
13-point lead.
Schmidt with the ball as he picks up his dribble, gets it over here to McGaffin. McGaffin back to Schmidt. Schmidt in the lane. He worked long enough and hard enough to pull it to get that foul. Now I believe is on Alex Yoxel. Second personal foul. At the line will be Ryan Mayorga. First shot is up, and it is good. I believe he was 1 for 2 the last time he came to the line.
That is correct.
Gavin checks in for Alex Yoxel. Second shot is up, and it is no good, and rebounded by Gavin up to Gage. Gage will bring it down here on the left-hand side. Back to Gavin. Gavin back to Brandon Davis. Brandon will roll around, gets it to Gage. Gage in the paint, up, no good, and rebound by Yoxel, and he's going to be fouled. Eric will go to the line. Nice job by Eric Yoxel to get in there and get that rebound. He will go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that was his sixth rebound. He's really doing a nice job of getting on the offensive boards and getting some points out of them as well.
First shot is up, and it's front rim. He'll have another one coming. 15 foul, 44-32, 12-point difference. Second one coming. Shot is up, and it's front rim as well. Oh, nice job, Gage Mortimer. Oh, almost comes away with that rebound. Gottschalk's wanting to foul, but nice job by Gage. Missed two opportunities there, Coach.
Yep, we could use every one of those we can get.
1:24 left to go in the third quarter. All in the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman on the outside, back in the corner goes to Schmidt. Schmidt swing pass back to Hoffman at the top. They get into Gottschalk in the lane. Gottschalk, three-point shot by the Monarchs, and it's good, and that was Hoffman. Was wide open from the top of the key as we drop down on Gottschalk, and Hoffman just drains one. You know, watching them warm up before the game, they can hit those. And Brandon Davis is going to drive, pulls it back out, gets it to Eric Yoxel. Eric back to Brandon Davis. 46 seconds left, 9-point lead by the Lions. They get it to Gavin Rothenberger here, 35 seconds left. Back to Gage. Gage on the outside as they move it around. Back to Macy. Back over here to Gavin. Gavin, Gage, Eric Yoxel. Back to Brandon Davis. 22 seconds here in the third quarter. Back to Gage Mortimer at the top. Back to Macy with 15 seconds. So now they'll run it with 9 seconds left. Macy, Gage, a three-pointer by Gage. Unusual. Gets his own rebound back to Macy. Open three. It's not going to count, though. Dang it. Nice shot. He found the ball in the net. Now he knows it. He can hit it, but that was just a half a second too late, wasn't it, Coach?
It was right there, but it was definitely a little bit late. Did a nice job of, Gage did, of getting the ball, up on the rim, getting his own rebound, kicking it back out to give us a good look.
Minneapolis has the 9-point lead at the end of the, you want to read those, sorry. Let me put this back in for you. So we'll turn it over to Dale Leech.
Winter in Kansas is filled with many changes, from icy winds to gentle snow. It's a time to enjoy the excitement of interscholastic activities. Thousands of Kansas high school students need your support and encouragement. The Kansas State High School Activity Association and its member schools provide thrills and suspense for a lifetime of memories. See another part of education come to life through interscholastic activities. This is a public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Communications, Channel 20. Had to think about that.
8 minutes left here. We get ready to start fourth quarter action. And
13-11, we outscored them there.
I like our trend. We've gradually outscored them each quarter,
Yep.
so we'll hope that trend continues here in the fourth.
The Monarchs have a history of coming back in the fourth quarter from what I've read. We're going to have to watch them.
Hoffman will get it into the corner, gets it to Vitstum, back to, get it over here to Vitstum. Vitstum will drives it in the paint, up and off the glass, and good. As they cut in the lead, Minneapolis basketball. Back the other direction, Brandon Davis, back over to Alex Schoxel. Alex back over to Gage Mortimer. Gage over to David Johns, open three, and it's Gottschalk, and David Johns nearly comes away with that, as it will be back the other direction. Back, open three by Hoffman, and it's good. Wow. Minneapolis, they score 5 quick points, and just like that, thanks for reminding us, Dale, as they're back in this ball game, 4-point deficit. And foul will be on the floor against Mayorga, be Minneapolis basketball.
That's twice now that they've got the ball at that high post, and we have basically sagged Kerr underneath him and left Mr. Hoffman wide open to the top, and he's buried them both.
We will inbounds here. They will get it into Macy. Macy with the ball, back to Gage, down low to Alex. Alex back to Macy. Macy drives, shot in the lane, up and good. Nice job, Josh Macy. Finally gets his first points. Finally gets his first points here.
What's this referee going to say?
I have no idea.
I'm guessing delay of game warning against us. I think we maybe
touched the ball
after it went through.
Okay. Hoffman with the ball. He's been deadly as they move the ball around. They move it around. And they call T on shoot. I'm not sure why. I'm not even sure what he did.
He was complaining about a lack of a travel call. He thought when we had Mr. Hoffman trapped down there that I think he drug his foot. And that was not called, and voiced his displeasure, and the offside official decided that was enough complaining.
Vitstum will shoot 2 here. And he makes the first one. Vitstum, a 6'2" sophomore from the Monarchs, puts the first one in. Second one is up, and he makes them both. I will tell you some, and I've also noticed some officials just have it. He's got a mark on his back. He's had a mark on his back for a few years with the technicals, and unfortunately he gets one right there.
46-42 the score. Eric Yoxel going to come in for Rothenberger.
And the Monarchs have the ball, try to bring it to within 2 or 1. They will get it into Gottschalk. Gottschalk gets it over in the corner to Hoffman. Hoffman back to Schmidt. Schmidt will drive. Down to Gottschalk, and it's good, and wow. The 9-point deficit is down to 2 with 6:33 left here in the quarter. And the free throw's up, and it's good. It's a 1-point ball game, guys. 46-45. They have outscored us 10 to 2 here in this quarter. Brandon Davis backward to Josh Macy. Macy, just in case you're just joining us, we are without John Kelly. He is on the bench with a knee injury, it looks like. Back to Eric Yoxel at the top. Eric backward to Brandon Davis. Brandon works off of a screen. Gets it to Eric in the paint. Shot is up, and it's off the glass, no good. And rebounded by Alex. Yeah.
Joe Ball goes out of
tipped
bounds.
out of bounds.
Off of the Monarchs.
So,
We need
States of
a
Minneapolis.
bucket really bad here,
Yeah,
guys.
we do. Josh Macy will take the shot. It's off the mark. And I'll tell you, I don't know if you noticed, Gage is being held right there. And another walk, no call, and they will drive in. And they will come to the outside. Schmidt for 3. It's off the mark, rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Back to Macy. Oh, wow, no calls here, guys. Alex Yoxel drives in and gets it to Eric. Shot up, and it's no good, and we cannot buy a bucket at this point.
Yeah, we can't get a rebound on the offensive board.
Back it goes the other direction to Schmidt. Schmidt back over to Gottschalk, back to Hoffman at the top of the key. They got wide open, was Mayorga down low. They will move the ball around. Back over to Schmidt. Minneapolis still in a 2-3. They get it into the paint. How many seconds do you have? Thank you very much. Thank you. I was going to say he was in there at least 3.
He was camping for quite a while.
He put that TMP-Hays, wasn't he?
So, well, and then one of their players argued with the official.
5 minutes to go.
So,
46-45.
close one here. Minneapolis will pull it out to set it up here. Macy to the right-hand side, back to Alex Yoxel. Back over to Macy in the paint. Shot is up and off the glass. Cannot get it to fall. He will go to the line to shoot 2, though. Mayorga with his 3rd personal foul. Macy to shoot 2. Shot is up and it's short.
Free throws, free throws, free throws. Not just Josh.
No, that's the first time Josh has been to the line, so. Second one is up, and it's good. 47-45, Minneapolis up by 2 here. Hoffman with the ball. Hoffman, Minneapolis in a 2-3 zone. They try to trap him up there. They move it over here on the right-hand side to McGaffin. McGaffin back over to Hoffman. Hoffman back over to Schmidt. Schmidt down low. Back to top to Hoffman. Moves it around to Schmidt. Shot in the lane, up, and it's no good. And rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Nice battle down there by Alex as he comes away with it. Macy back to Gage Mortimer. Gage is hammered by Gottschalk, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe that's 4 on Gottschalk.
Well, I have him for 2, but
2. Okay, I could be completely wrong. Somebody out there has got.
Scores say 3.
We're both wrong. It's 3.
3. So
18 fouls apiece.
Gage first free throw, back rim, no good. They'll have another one coming here. Shot is up, and it's no good as well. Gottschalk gets the rebound as we leave 2 on the board right there on the floor.
3 points scored by the Lions so far this quarter.
Hoffman with the ball. Picks up his dribble back to Schmidt. Schmidt works to the right-hand side. He picks up his dribble, gets it down low. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by the Monarchs and then travels with it. Nice job as Minneapolis collapses on the defense. I was afraid they're going to whistle Josh Macy with the foul, but they said he traveled with it first. Minneapolis basketball.
47-45, 3:53 remaining in regulation. Lions clinging to a 2-point lead.
I'll say it again. We need a bucket really bad.
We need a field goal. We have not had a field goal.
We have not had a field goal.
So Macy made a field goal, one field goal in the quarter, and that's it. Eric Yoxel pulls it back out to Macy. Macy will set this up. Back to Brandon Davis. Down low to Alex Yoxel in the paint. Alex drives in, off the glass, no good, and he's fouled.
There's number 4. Got shot.
TMP has settled into a zone here, Scott, that I kind of thought I noticed a while ago, and
I did too.
got a good look that time. And
I just, now that you mention it, you're right.
Surprised we just don't run the clock.
Alex at the line here. Shot is up and good. Nice stroke by Alex Yoxel as he makes the first one.
They pull gut shot.
Second shot is up, and it is, oh, how often does that happen?
Bounced off the rim and stuck between the rim and the...
But hey, we get the possession arrow, so it's Minneapolis basketball, so hey, that's a rebound, man.
That might be a good miss.
So, Gage Mortimer, they'll pull the trigger. 3:26 left to go here in the ball game. They get it to Eric Yoxel. Eric drives it in, back to Alex. Alex up in the lane, no good, and picked up by, where is that one? Thank you very much. How did this official, oh my gosh, nice job by the officials working together on that. This one just kind of had his back turned just a little bit. The outside official called it. Minneapolis gets the ball after the turnover.
Again, that was harassment.
Eric Yoxel misses the open shot. It comes back the other direction. And it's going to be off of TMP Minneapolis basketball.
Mortimer did a great job of tying up a certain offensive rebound there.
Tell you, we've dodged some bullets, guys, and we've missed some opportunities.
We are missing a lot of shrapnel right now.
3:05 left to go in the ball game, 48-45. Minneapolis has missed numerous opportunities, and luckily TMP's turned the ball back over. Mortimer on the outside, back to Alex Yoxel. Alex back to Brandon Davis. Now they're back into a man. Shot is up, can't get it, and that's over the back.
Got Gage for moving him out.
Oh.
19th foul on the line, so 1-and-1 opportunity for the Monarchs. Unfortunately, they've been fairly deadly from the free throw line.
Yeah, they have been. And this guy hit 2. He was their sharpshooter on the technical. He made both of them on the technical. Shot is up, and it's good. 48-46. 2-point ball game, 2:48 left to go. Second one is up, and it's good as well. Makes them both. Back to Minneapolis. Gage Mortimer will bring it down. Back to Macy. Macy just not 3 points on the night for Macy. We could sure use a bucket here. Gage Mortimer with the ball. Back to Macy. 2:25 left to go here in the ball game. Macy drives, pulls it back out. Back to Alex Yoxel. Alex back to Mortimer. Back to Macy. Now their man is really stretched out. Minneapolis trying to work a little clock. Macy, tough shot, misses it, and comes up with it as TMP. And there's a foul, and that's going to send them back to the line, and Vitsum has been perfect at this point. They have a chance to go up for the first time since early in the ball game.
Right now, their defense is just not really giving us very good looks. We're getting shots up, but there you have hands in our faces, and we're stretching to get them there.
Yeah, Vitsum perfect right there as he hits that one. He'll have another one. Tied up at 48. So we've let this one get away. Second one is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Back to Macy. Tied up at 48. Macy gets it over to Eric Yoxel. Eric into Macy. Macy takes the shot. It's no good.
Called it on TMP.
Calls on TMP. Okay. So Alex Yoxel will go to the line to shoot 2. Or 1-1. Oh, no, 2. 2. Double bonus. 4th foul on Fouts. Shot is up and back rim. Guys, I can't take this. Misses the front end of the 2. He'll have another one. Minute 47 left to go. Tied up at 48. Second one is up, and it's front rim on that one as well. Eric Yoxel tipped out of bounds off of Gage Mortimer. TMP basketball. Minute 45 left to go in the ball game, folks. It's a TMP will bring it down here. Tied up at 48. They've had the quarter. Hoffman with the basketball, backward to Schmidt. Schmidt pulls it down. They get it into Gottschalk. Shot off the glass, no good. And that should be over the back. No good. Rebound by Gage Mortimer. Up to Macy, and it's going to be out of. Missed it off of the hands of Macy, out of bounds.
He wasn't looking for the ball.
He wasn't
yet.
looking, yep.
Mortimer wasn't getting rid of it.
Darn it. TMP basketball. Tied up at 48, minutes 16 left. Hoffman with the ball. Hoffman backward here in the outside to Vitzum. Back to Hoffman. Hoffman back to Vitzum. Vitzum, well, on the right-hand side. Back to Hoffman. Hoffman backward here. Backward here. 3-point shot by Vitzum, and it's good. Dang it. 3-point shot, and that's good timing. They hit it right there. Minneapolis calls a timeout. So just like that, TMP takes the 3-point lead. 51 seconds left to go in the ball game, and so far we've not been able to answer.
We have not answered, throughout the rest of the game. Every time they've scored, we've been able to answer. And in this 4th quarter, their defense, like I said, has just been there, and we are really struggling to score over the top of them. And I do mean that literally, because they are in our face, and we are having to shoot up over the top, and we just have not been able to hit.
We've had some shots go in the first half that aren't going now too. We were very fortunate on some shots in the first half, but the free throws.
Yeah, the free throws here of late have come back to haunt us once again.
I don't want to hear your stats at the end of the game on the free throws.
Mortimer, Davis, Macy, Yoxel and Yoxel on the floor. They will get into Macy. Macy on the outside, and you know they're going to be watching Brandon Davis and Josh Macy. Backward to Brandon on the right-hand side. 43 seconds. Back to Gage. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel back to Brandon Davis. Backward to Gage. Back to Macy. Macy will take the 3 off the mark and rebounded by TMP.
The Yoxel brothers canceled each other out there on the rebound. Ball got loose to TMP.
31 seconds left, 30.9 seconds left, and I'll tell you guys, this is just flat out depressing. Up by 9 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
We were up by 13 in the 3rd.
Fouts at the line to shoot 2. Shot is up, and it's good. I really thought, guys, we had a good chance to.
We were in great shape. We just, they hit those couple of shots at the start of the quarter and got ignited, and they've gone from there.
5-point lead for the Hays TMP Monarchs, as we have just let this one get completely out of hand. We will leave it here and let Dale read a PSA. Minneapolis on the verge of getting knocked off. 30.9 seconds left here in second round of SubState. Let's go, boys. We'll be back after this word from Dale.
The Kansas State High School Activity Association is a nonprofit organization supported by more than 757 member schools. KSHSAA and its member schools promote, develop, and direct interscholastic activities to contribute to a well-rounded and meaningful educational experience. The positive values of competition and good sportsmanship for both participants and spectators are continually encouraged. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Communications, Channel 20.
Minneapolis basketball down by 5, 53-48. As David Johns checks in. It's interesting. Brandon Davis comes out. They would have thought either one of those two would have been. Gottschalk is whistled with number 5, so he will sit down with number 5. Macy will go to the line to shoot 2. And he argues with the official. Tell you that. Very forgiving on that. I've seen officials tee a player up on that one. Macy to shoot 2 here. Shot is up and good. Second one is up, and he makes them both. Timeout called by Coach Shoup. So 53-50, 25 seconds left in the quarter. And I'll tell you, halfway through that quarter, they had been giving us opportunities left and right. And we just were not taking advantage of it. And then all of a sudden, they took advantage of ours. And that's what gives them the lead right now.
Yeah, they've done a nice job, like I said. They've got 6 points, I know, directly off of just the one play where they got the ball to the high post. And, I would say we probably made a defensive mistake, dropped down below and left Hoffman open at the top, and he got those 2 threes that kind of got him ignited. And, they've just really gone from there.
So TMP basketball here, 25 seconds left. TMP's they've been lights out from the free throw line. They've only missed maybe three or four shots from the free throw line.
They have missed 3 for the game.
So
yeah, we about have to have a steal here or else.
So TMP to inbounds here. Nice defense by Minneapolis to force it. Oh, nice job of the Lions. Nice job by Minneapolis there. They called timeout. Minneapolis did a great job on the defense right there, making them call the timeout because we were close to getting the 5-second call.
Full timeout.
That had to have been about 4.5 because it was getting late.
We'll be back after this word.
Choose your beautiful new countertop, granite or quartz, from the large selection of slabs of granite and quartz in stock in the Creative Surfaces showroom. Your new countertop is cut from the actual slab of granite and quartz you select. Creative Surfaces is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions.
See the guys at AutoTech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions.
TMP will inbounds here. Minneapolis will try to get a steal and an early foul if they need to. TMP inbounds. And they do get the ball in, and they quickly foul Schmidt, and Schmidt will go the other direction. That time they worked it nicely. They had a guy open to get the ball in. So Schmidt comes back, and I believe he was perfect the last time he was at the line.
He was 2 for 2.
So Schmidt, a junior, 6-foot junior. Shot is up and no good. 53-50.
Well, we're
23.
We're still breathing.
Still breathing, although faintly, but still breathing. David Johns checks in. And he makes that one. 4-point deficit here. They get the ball into Macy. Macy will bring it down quickly there. Macy up and off the glass and good. Nice job. Minneapolis calls another timeout. 2-point ball game now, 54-52, 15.9 seconds left. Minneapolis will once again try to get a turnover on the inbounds. Try to, if they get the ball in, foul them, and hope that they miss.
Yep. Right now, that 2-pointer kind of helped because it's got the deficit down to 2. Where we don't have to have a 3. If we get a steal, we can get any bucket to tie it. Plus, if we do put them at the line, we can hope that they go 50% again,
right.
and we're back to a 3. So that exchange of 2 for 1 there was definitely to our benefit.
15.9 seconds left, 54-52. TMP with the 2-point lead. Minneapolis was up by as much as 13, Dale said, in the third quarter. Up by 9 at the end of the third quarter. And TMP just had a barrage of points to start that fourth quarter. And that's big outpouring of scores by points by them there in the fourth quarter. So
We scored 8 points this quarter.
And they scored 19. So TMP to inbounds here. And they once again get into Schmidt. And that's an early quick foul on Brandon Davis. Schmidt will walk the other direction. So he made 1 of 2 from the last time here. See if we can get into the junior's head here as he will go to the line to shoot 2 more. Brandon Davis whistled with his second foul. Shot is up, and it's no good.
There we go.
They leave the door open for us as Minneapolis, 14.4 seconds left. David Johns checks in for Gage Mortimer. So Brandon Davis, Josh Macy, Eric and Alex Yoxel on the floor. Second one is up, misses it, makes it, gets it to fall. He makes it, back to Josh Macy. 13 seconds left. Minneapolis has a chance to tie it here. Back to David Johns, open 3. Cannot get it, and it's out of bounds. No!
Off Minneapolis, they say. 4.2 seconds left.
TMP to inbounds. Yes, we get the nice job as Minneapolis dodges a bullet right there as they force the turnover on the inbounds. Minneapolis calls a timeout here. 3.3 seconds left. We've got a chance to tie it.
Great defensive effort by Gage Mortimer on that to deflect that off of a TMP leg. As I said before, we're still breathing, so we can get one more good look out of David or Brandon here. Maybe we can play 4 more minutes.
Yeah. Minneapolis calls a full timeout. Coach Shoup to work the inbounds play as Lions trail by 3 here with the chance to tie it. They've got to hit that 3, Coach.
Yep, there's no going for 2 now. It has to be a 3.
And it's at 3.3 seconds. You've got enough time.
Oh, we've got plenty of time to get the ball in, even penetrate and kick or set a screen, one or the other. So it doesn't have to be on the inbounds pass necessarily. We've got time to make a play.
Alex Yoxel will pull the trigger. You've got Josh Macy, David Johns, Brandon Davis, and Eric Yoxel in on the floor. Different setup here on the inbounds, different look here. As Eric Yoxel at the top, you got your 3 3-point shooters here on the left-hand side. They move it around. They get it to Brandon Davis. Brandon takes it, no good, and no foul.
Hey, we're on Davis heavy there.
TMP knocks off the number 2 seed, Minneapolis Lions, as Minneapolis ends their season on a sour note here. That really leaves the door wide open for Beloit to make it to state now. I just hate that.
Well, you don't know how they're going to do against Lions.
They'll win. So,
17-11, they outscored us in that period. Great effort overall, but we couldn't get the job done.
well, they outscored more. It's 17-8. They outscored us. We had 44 at the end of the quarter. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I wrote the score upside down.
Actually, they outscored us
I read the scores
20-8.
20-8.
in
Yeah,
that final
20
quarter.
to 8. Yeah,
20
you're
to
right.
8.
Frustrating way to end the season, guys, as
Yes.
Minneapolis comes up short here tonight against the Hays TMP Monarchs, and I really thought we had this one. So let's take a break and hear a word from our sponsors, then we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eager Communication Channel 20. We'll be back after this word.
Visit Straub Inter-
Welcome back to Hoisington, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions come up short tonight, 55-52 against the TMP Monarchs. And Minneapolis had the ball, had the game at the end of the third quarter, but TMP just came out. Fourth quarter just lights out.
Well, they shot the ball really well early in the quarter and got some confidence in themselves, I think. And when they made that run, we probably got maybe a little bit tentative, but at the same time, again, I thought their defense really picked up its pace in that fourth quarter and really forced us into some tough looks. The appearance was that the shots were there, but I felt like our guys were kind of forced to try to get it up and over, people. So that early barrage that they hit just really was almost like a knockout punch, and we just never ever really recovered from it.
Yeah, it just seemed like they had that quick barrage of points there to get it to within 1 point. I think there's, that was a technical. They had a technical.
The technical came, we were up 46-40 at the time of the technical.
And
so the technical foul shots made it 46-42.
yeah, and then they got the inbounds. They got the inbounds and the foul.
Right.
They got the inbounds at the foul, a 5-point swing right there.
Yep.
So, yeah, tough one. And looking from up here, watching Shoop, I think he was just, I didn't notice him really out of the.
He was in front of the score table.
So,
Just a little ways.
well, Minneapolis does come up short tonight, and it's going to get loud up there, so I'll just turn it over to you and let you run through some stats, and then we'll probably have to cut her off short.
Okay, some final stats from the loss for the Lions tonight. Leading scorer for the Lions was Brandon Davis with 13. He was followed by Eric Oxel with 11, Alex Oxel with 10, David Johns with, Josh Macy with 7, David Johns with 6, Gates Mortimer had 2, John Kelly 2, and Gavin Rothenberger 2. For TMP, they had 2 gentlemen that scored 13 points each, Peyton Hoffman and Jared Bitsum. They were followed by Cameron Schmidt with 8, Jordan Gottschalk with 7. Max McGuffin had 6. Cameron Fouts with 4. And Ryan Mayorga with 2.
Probably the biggest damage is that Hoffman kid hit 2 threes, 2 big threes from the top of the key.
Yeah,
those
were daggers that really, kind of got the floodgates opened up and got them going. And then, Bitston come in there late, made 5 straight free throws, and also hit the big 3 that actually gave them the lead. So he was also, big there, especially in the fourth quarter.
We had opportunities, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
Had numerous opportunities. They kept opening the door for us.
Oh, yeah. The next stat I'll give you is no shocker to us that have followed the guys during the year. The second half, we were 7 out of 17 from the line, and they were 12 out of 17. So, a little simple math right there, adds up very quickly, a difference in the game. Rebounding was relatively even. We pulled down 25 according to my stats, and TMP had 22. Turnovers were not really an issue for either team. The Lions finished with 4 in the second half, 9 for the game. TMP had 7 both halves to finish the game with 14. Our opportunities were there. Just didn't get those shots to fall, and again, the dreaded free throw line curse rose its ugly head.
Yep.
Well, we're joined by Coach Shoup. Coach, thank you for coming up and chatting with us. We do appreciate it, buddy. Sorry about the loss. Tough one tonight. Had it. Felt like we had really done a really nice job. Had forced some nice things. We were in control. They came out in the fourth quarter, and they took it and ran with it.
Well, and they hit some shots. You know, we had some breakdowns, and then offensively, boy, we missed a lot of good shots. And then our free throw line, like we've talked about all year, just nipped us right in the bud. So that was that. You know, there's really nothing else to say. We make a few shots, and we make some free throws, and it's a different feeling right now.
Yeah. Well, because 4 for 6, I think, for the free throw line in the first half. You know, hey, I'll take that any day of the week. But you're right, in the second half, and some of our better free throw shooters just couldn't hit them.
Yeah.
I thought their defense, you know, really, we were getting looks, I felt, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But, you know, I felt like we were stretching to get over some big hands. Which was causing us to come up short. So, you got to credit their defense a little bit as well, I think.
Absolutely.
And not giving us some of the looks that we did have, you know, earlier in the game, and where we were really answering them, you know, I thought very well back and forth.
Yeah, they sagged in, and really in the second half, that was, you could tell that's what they were doing. They were sagging and switching, and they were going to make us shoot over them, and we're not a great shooting team, and so that's a pretty good strategy on their part. And you know, but again, I thought our kids played really hard and did a good job. It's just, you know, a few breakdowns here and there. Momentum kind of swung the other way. We couldn't really make any shots to get momentum back for us and generate any momentum, which made it tough. But, you know, it's one of those things. I thought, you know, we had a good year. The kids did really well. You know, what stinks about the end of a year like this, especially after, you know, you've invested something in it like our kids have, it's hard for them. And that's what we talked to them about in the locker room. You know, it's not a good feeling, but it's a good feeling in the sense that, you know, they're disappointed because they cared and they believe that, you know, I don't think there's a kid in our locker room prior to the tip-off that felt like we weren't going to state.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I really had. I really felt like that it was going to come down tomorrow night, and I really thought we would take them.
Yeah, I think our kids felt that way, but, you know, we somewhere along the way there lost our focus a little bit, and again, well went dry.
Yeah.
One thing I guess we have not really addressed the second half is John Kelly's absence. We know, obviously, from looking across the way that a knee injury, so.
He hyperextended it, you know, so he just wasn't able to go, and, you know, we might have had him tomorrow night. I think we probably would have, but, you know, it's one of those things where he did it and it stiffened up and he was having a hard time moving on it. And, of course, we really miss him in there, but he didn't really play the entire game.
No.
I mean, he got 2 fouls, and, you know, that's a big piece of our offense is having John.
Yeah, I thought the Yoxel brothers did a really nice job.
Yes.
On the boards and scoring inside.
Yeah. Alex and Eric and Gavin, all 3 of them stepped up. But, yeah, especially, you know, Alex, being a senior, I thought Alex just battled his tail off tonight. And he was a warrior underneath, ripped down a lot of boards. He went to the basket. He was tough. He played good defensively.
Yeah. I commented earlier, I said, you know, he drove me nuts in junior high because he never used the backboard. And tonight he made some of the nicest off the glass shots I've seen him make in his career.
He really did, yeah.
Hats off. Alex had, I think, probably one of his better ball games offensively all year. Just a nice job. He battled hard.
I would agree.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming up. Sorry to end it on this. It's been fun.
Yes.
And it's a good group of kids, and I hate to see it for those seniors.
Absolutely.
That's the tough part, is that
really
the underclassmen get to come back.
Yeah.
The seniors, you know, Brandon Davis is going to go on and play some college ball, but it's probably the last, you know, for the others. But so, Coach, thank you for coming up and sharing. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And
Thank
sorry.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
So, Minneapolis comes up short tonight, 55-52 against the TMP Monarchs, and just unfortunate ball game for the Lions tonight.
So a few keys. John Kelly missing 85% of the game.
Oh yeah, that's that's one thing we not really addressed during the game, but
in athletics you got to deal with injuries.
well, size.
Yeah.
Athlete. We had. I thought, like I said, I thought the kids did a nice job of battling on rebounds, but having that 6'4" presence in there would have helped, and probably could have alleviated even some of the couple of the issues on the defensive end with him in the game. So that's a huge factor. Let's not kid ourselves.
The first half, bless their hearts, the Yoxel brothers and Rothenberger, they just battled hard. They had a lot of success inside. It wasn't there in the second half. It just wasn't there.
No, it was not there.
And we had some good defensive rebounds, but we couldn't get an offensive rebound for the life of us. They really owned the defensive boards. We had shots going in the first half. It wouldn't go in the second half. Third was the free throws. It just all added up. It was the perfect storm there.
Yep.
The Lions finished the season at 15-7, and for the second year in a row, lose out in the semifinals of SubState basketball. We do appreciate all the hard work we've had from the seniors, Brandon Davis and Alex Yoxel.
Skylar
Reebrock helping to provide lead a good nucleus. Time to build for next year. But hope they can practice some free throws this summer.
Yeah. Well, now I will not be with you guys tomorrow. I believe it's going to be Dale, Mike, and Dale. So the two Dales will be back with Mike Perry. I will be at home and will not make the trip. I'm going to watch junior high wrestling. And but we will be back on the air tomorrow night as the Minneapolis Lady Lions will take on
Ellsworth Bearcats.
And that's going to be a tough one.
Time is 7:30.
Yeah, I believe that is. That's going to be a tough one because will be the third time we have to beat the Ellsworth Bearcats. And they have a very solid Conley, I believe is her name, very good ball player. That is at 7:30 tomorrow.
7:30 is the tip time, and we beat them by 3 points and 2 points this year.
As everybody knows, it's always tough to beat somebody 3 times a year when you're competitive with each other, and they obviously are.
Let's turn around.
They actually have I think 2 really solid seniors in Conley and Landon. Both those are really fine ball players. The Conley girl especially. So we definitely have to minimize her best we can, and hope that our depth that we kind of talked about on our road out tonight plays a role in that game, because we've been playing a lot deeper than they have lately, and I definitely think our bench is stronger than theirs. Yeah. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage.
Absolutely. So the guys will be back tomorrow night on the air 7:30. They will probably go on about 7:20 or so. So please join us tomorrow night, or join those guys tomorrow night. Minneapolis Lions come up short tomorrow night. If you can make the drive out here tomorrow night to Hoisington, Kansas to cheer on the ladies, I know they greatly appreciate it. For myself, Scott Ausherman,
Dale Henderson,
and Dale Leech, thanks for listening to MHS Lions basketball on Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SliderPost.com, your source for MHS sports. Good night, folks.
Good night.